Good morning and welcome to Elisa Maria Designs. I am Elisa Maria and I am here with another find, I think, from Dollar Tree. I am working on a very large panel canvas and I am not keeping her on my desk. I'm going to show her to you in a second. I'm not keeping her on my desk because I like to clean my desk at the end of the night and I like to be ready for a new day, a new morning. So I have been using these clips that I find at the dollar store and hanging her on the hook on my coat hook on my my foyer door. So while I was walking around the dollar store, I found this, and I know people do a lot with these in the dollar store. They pick these up and they make all different kinds of contraptions that I, just not my forte, but I mean, they're really inventive. And so I'm going to take you up to my art room, which is what I videotaped first. So I'm going to look entirely different. After I got done in my art room, it was so hot in there. It's like 110 here in Philly. I needed to get in the shower again before I got back in front of the camera and got back downstairs. So I'm going to show you my art room, and that's something that I thought, well, I should show you my art room because I'm always very interested in where people create and how they create, and my art room is upside down. So you're only going to see the top half of it, but you'll see some of the diamond paintings that I've worked on this past year that I have hanging up on my wall. And I have another Mucha that is hanging on my wall that I took down. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to just got done talking about how I keep my desk on neat, but I came down from upstairs, and so I'm thinking, like, for a couple of bucks, like this is $1.25 and this is $1.25. Now I bought 3 because I'd like to have matching clips, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 gray. So what is it, $3.75 for $5. So for $5, you're gonna get, did I add it up right? $3.75, 4, 5, yeah, $5. Girl math. So this is what I'm working on here on my desk, and I'm getting ready to do the next installment for Saturday for Summer with the Masters and my masterclass on Mucha, the second installment. And so this is a pretty big canvas, but rather than me move around and everything else and try and show you what I'm doing, in fact, I forgot the pool noodle because I want to wrap the bottom part of this up so it's not laying on the floor, but it is laying across my legs. And so I would like to have that rolled up, and when it's rolled up, it will be tucked kind of sort of this way. I have one around crimson right now because I have crimson back out, which was interesting because Dreamer Designs contacted me in an email today. You can see where my mind is at. So if I were to roll this part of it, it would just hang. Some people are doing this with a curtain rod. They're hanging their longer canvases on a curtain rod underneath their desk. I just use a pool noodle, wrap it around the pool noodle, and just let it'll hang freely. And then if you're working the other way, when the pool noodle is at the top of my desk, it looks nice. I mean, it offers a little bit more support too. So I'm gonna go back upstairs and go get the pool noodle so I can show you that. But we're on our way upstairs to my art room to show you what I did with the other Mucha, which is the moon. See you in a bit. We are in my art room, and I'm trying not to horrify all of you from, the mess that I have in here. So I'm only taking aerial shots of my art room. This is where all my craft supplies are. Here, I'm not going down towards the floor because it is a horror. And there's Lilac, and then we have Bella? Is it Bella? Well, there's Foxy Lady. There is that one painting that was a Margaret Morales that I had no freaking idea until I put it on YouTube and said, does anybody know who this artist is? And it was like, oh, that's Margaret Morales. And so it did end up, it was done. And yeah, I was just on, I think it was AliExpress, and like all her paintings are on there. It is like so shameful that it's just knocked off her. I mean, it's nothing compared to the original, but it's knocked off. And then here's my Winter Fox. And something else that I get from the dollar store all the time is I get tabs, and are these the pearl ones? These are like pearlescent to put on there. And I did keep the washi tape on this one because I really liked it. And then there's my little key code. And then we have the Kiss. Let me pull out here. We have the Kiss, and for those I use these like fuzzy ones. These like, they were pretty. Oh, and then Lady in Gold, she has the pearl tacks. I get these from the dollar store. So it's the jot section, it's the stationery section. Is she not stunning? You should see her when it's like dawn or dusk and the sun is going down or coming up. It's just gorgeous. But I can't, my husband's like, you should hang, oh, you know, I'm doing my window treatments and stuff. So I put this up here just to like block the sun and stuff. He's like, you should hang all your diamond paintings on the wall. That sounds great, but I don't know that I'm really into that. But I did hang a few that I did have done, and I'm getting ready to take one of those pool noodles to show you what I'm going to do with Night's Rest, because I think I finally got a camera angle that I like to videotape in. That's been another problem of mine. And then that was my first summer with the Masters. Oh, and the whole reason why I came in here is to show you. Here she is hung up on the wall. This is my other Muka. This is the Moon. And let me tell you, she's in a part of my room. I ended up getting that shot of my bureau anyway. She's in a part of my room that is, there's not a lot of light. You know, I'm taking this down. I thought I was going to refurbish it, take it down, maybe sand the panels and paint it and do some kind of decoupage on it or something. But my husband's like, just take it down. But it's a pretty good fan. I don't want to take it down, but I'm getting something a little bit more artsy for this room. I'll use this in another room in our home. And I have to put the glass back. I took it all down to clean it, but anyway, like I'm in a part of my room where there's just really no light, and look at how sparkly she is. I just love the way the bottom of her gown kicks up, and it just has like such an ethereal feeling about it. It's just so floaty. I love this painting, and that's why I got a second one, a second Muka. And as I was saying with Night's Rest, now there is not a lot of black. The black was basically used to outline, but the black was used. It was used. There's black, but like if you see the outside of her dress, the outline, and most of the folds in the gown are black Aurora Borealis. Now, this did not have a lot of colors in it, 47 colors. How many ABs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABs. And, you know, the bottom of the gown is very dark, right? And I just love this yellow light going through it. They're all ABs too. You really didn't get to anything pastelish until you got to her face, and the moon is behind her, and she just looks like she's floating in space to me. I love, love, love this painting. I absolutely love it. And I have, you know, this is just a kickoff point for me to, you know, try and decide like how I'm going to hang my paintings. Now, this is not really, doesn't really enhance this painting by having it on, you know, hooks on the back of my door. I have another idea for these two panels that I'm working on. I'm ordering supplies, and I'm hoping that it works because I really think it'll be stunning. I haven't taken the border off of this one, and it doesn't have a color code on it either. So I do believe that if I do what I want to do, I'm going to have to take the border off. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the border off, or at least maybe gesso over and see if I can get over this ink if I apply gesso. There's also black gesso too, not just white gesso. But isn't she stunning? a lot of, one of my subscribers said she looks like Princess Diana. And when I told Rosa at the diamond painting shop, she was like, oh my gosh, she does look like Princess Diana. So that was my dollar store idea for hanging, you know, some of your little diamond paintings. Now, you don't have to use these clips. I was keeping it down to, you know, a low cost, easy price to hang your diamond paintings. You can find something better. I also have a crocodile that I can put a little, what do they call it? Oh gosh. A divot, not a divot, a grommet. A grommet. I can make a hole in there. I did that for this girl here. So when I wanted to hang her in my window, I used my crocodile. You can see I put a grommet in there and I hung her. I actually put these little tacks. Oh, we're having a little problem here. It's hot in here. I actually put these tacks right through the grommet, and I like this washi tape around this. I really thought it was pretty. This was a really pretty one. And what I like about her is that I moved the mole from her nose and I gave her a beauty mark. These are coming downstairs with me. And I'm getting out of this hot room, and there is that gorgeous lilac. Oh my gosh, I just love her so much. I just love her. I love her. And what I love about this is it's a round. I hadn't done round in a while, but I noticed that when I was putting these ABs in, or even these drills that Dreamer Design has that are maybe iridescent. I'm not familiar with anything outside of AB and maybe fairy dust, you know, or glitter. But they have, like, if you see these white ones, they seem to be a little bit bigger, and they gave the fur that she has around her head, it just looked like a little bit of texture. They seem to stand up a little bit more. I love the brooch in the hair. Oh, the necklace really looks like a real pearl necklace around her neck, and this beautiful braid of hair, and, you know, of course, the muff. It was all about the muff for me. And look at how delicate the lace is on her. I had a whole story for this. I think I put it at the end of my review about who she was, and you know, is she the belle of the ball? I don't know. I mean, but I think that she's very enchanting, and she seems to be visiting this area. It doesn't seem like home, and she's all decked out in her best, which probably for us is our best, but for her it's just an everyday affair. Life is just an everyday affair to get dressed up and be looking gorgeous and beautiful. I don't know if that's the story I had at the end of when I completed that, but it sure is the story I have now. Hello, Margaret. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that you were an artist painting. But I think we all started there at some point. When I started diamond painting, I didn't know anything about diamond painting. And I'm sure the first diamond painting that I did was also a... you know, someone's artwork that, you know, just got ripped off. And a friend of mine is she's an artist in New York, and she was at my home, and, you know, she has gallery showings on Prince Street and all. And she's like, what are you doing now? You know, she used to love to get involved in my mind. And I was like, oh, this is diamond painting. And I was like, you know, I just found out that this particular painting, I was like almost done it, is a ripoff of somebody's artwork. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I finish it? I'm so disgusted. Do I throw it away? I got rid of all the other ones because I ordered like maybe 6 of them, and I was going to make this, you know, a wall collage on my wall. And she's like, Elisa, just do it. Just do it. Stop beating yourself up about it. Just do it. You know, you didn't do it intentionally. It was a mistake, but, you know, it's a beautiful piece of artwork, and you'll think of Margaret Morales, and you'll probably mention her name more often. So please get her artwork from Diamond Art Club, not from my stupid mistake. And there's stuff everywhere, I'm telling you. And, you know, just to prove my point, like, this is where I journal in the morning. This is where I, you know, I'm kicking it around right now with like glass pens that I've been talking about in my videos, my glass pens that I've dug out of, you know, their boxes, and inks, and that I'm using, and I'm trying to, and I do actually like candles here. I know I'm crazy. What else do I have here? Another glass pen, a little bit more delicate one that I'm using, and I'm using wax, and I'm doing wax seals, and I'm creating books with stickers that I get from the dollar store. This is that great pen that is a Jane Davenport. Oh gosh, this is one of her first pens, and I don't know why she doesn't sell it anymore. Where's the tip? Oh, I will kill. That tip better be in there. I don't think that's it, but this is a great pen. I have to close this up. I will edit this. Oh no, I think I just unscrewed it. I unscrewed it instead of just taking the cap off. So there it is. Look at this pen. It's a brass tip. I love it. It makes the best marks for sketching. I just love it. And then I have all my other Jane stuff here. Jane, and a bunch of junk. I can't even believe that I'm showing you guys all this stuff. I have to get in this room, but with this sweltering heat, this wall looks so stark now. And someone, you know, put these crazy stickers on the wall. I guess maybe there was a kid here at one point, and she was making herself out to be an angel. Do I look like the moon? Even she's gasping. Do I look like the moon? Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting delirious. Anyway, that was my dollar store tip if you want to create something that is, you know, a little bit more affordable, and like, you know, just to even get your paintings. Like some of my paintings are on the floor. They're rolled in my pool noodles, but you know, still, like, it's so hot in this room, and I want to get them up and aired out, and I want to get some of them framed. But you know, we have a lot to do. I'm trying to do a lot on my own before John retires, 5 more months, because I really think that he's going to be, you know, he likes to, like men do. They just pick things up and they put them other places, and they think, oh, I cleared out this area. No, you didn't. You just made a mess in another one. So anyway, let me get on with my videotaping downstairs and get out of this hot room. Okay, so we're back, and I hope that you enjoyed that little, you know, I mean, it's certainly, I can do a better job at hanging up my diamond paintings. I could roll them around a pool noodle, which is where they are now, and I want to get them up off the floor because we're doing a lot of work in there. I'm not doing anything to the walls because they're freshly painted. But I am, you know, trying to organize furniture and a lot of my art supplies. I like having them all in one room where I can see them and I can grab them and use them. But I need a lot of work in there, and between that and our front bedroom being done, it's a lot. It's pretty organized for what I have going on in this house. And another thing that I found in the dollar store were these clear stamps, and I have already done one project from when I used to teach in New York City, and I would teach paper arts, and I would teach rubber stamping. Are these rubber stamps? I don't think they are. No, these are stickers. Oh, I can make a beautiful journal out of that. They're stickers, right? These are actually stickers from the dollar store. And so you could decorate your journal with these. Oh, these are really cool. You know, I had an eBay store for a while, and I used to pick these up a lot, and these were like my best sellers. I'm like, probably people don't have a Dollar Tree or a dollar store in their area, or they don't have these things, and I would sell them like at least 5 of them a week, you know, to 5 different people. These are really cool. But these are rubber stamps, and so I'm trying to build my Buy Me a Coffee platform. So, and I am also, well, with Buy Me a Coffee, what I'm doing is I'm putting links to art classes if you have an interest, other than, you know, sometimes I give you like a little sneak peek of my art journals here, and like, how did you do that? Would you ever teach a class? Yes, I would. It's over at Buy Me a Coffee. And what else was I going to say about this? There was something else other than this. And so I used to teach these art classes in New York City, how to use rubber stamps, how to create cards, you know, how to use them for other things. I use them in journals. I have different techniques with watercolor. Oh, and these are really sweet. These are like stamp size, and you can really color these in and make them kind of your own little 3D gems. Like, with glue, like a 3D glossy glue, and they look beautiful. I've created boxes with them. Really fun, you know, something a little bit. I think that's where I get most of my tips and tricks. I think that is where I get most of my tips and tricks from. Diving into other crafts that I enjoy, and I'm like, well, how would this work in diamond painting? And that's another thing that I have going on. I'm doing another I am using that's what I wanted to say. I am using the post section on YouTube, and I'm trying to do it daily. I'm being a little consistent. Maybe I get it 5 days out of 7, where I'm putting information up on the post about, you know, different things going on, what's happening, like kind of behind the scenes, which really I could really just use for buy me a coffee, and I might move that kind of communication to that platform. But I am, you know, putting ideas up there. The last one that I did today was on diamond painting, and it was tips and tricks that I'm developing for making your confetti canvases a little bit more relaxing, a little bit more fun. Like, if you love confetti, you're already in your zone. But there are those like me, I love confetti, but my brain gets easily overwhelmed. And this is something that I'm learning about myself, how I can only do one thing at a time. And that comes from my yoga teacher training. That comes from, you know, knowing that, you know, it's basically a myth that you can do 2 things at once, or you can do multiple things at a time. You're not really doing anything. You're doing some things, but you're not doing anything completely and with full attention. And it takes a while for your brain to switch from one thing that you're doing to the next. And so I really need to train, and I did train myself to learn how to do one thing at a time. And it gives me a sense of accomplishment and achievement when I'm doing one thing at a time and doing it, you know, with full attention. And, you know, confetti can be overwhelming for me. And so I am like, well, I love it, and I love the finished product, and how can I participate in this fun and make it fun for myself and for other people that go through the same thing as I do with overwhelm. And so I am videotaping that probably next week. I'm getting a lot of my ideas and thoughts together. I did that this morning. I gave you a little preview down the bottom. I'm asking you all a question about like what you think is going on here. And I had a very nice surprise with one of the things that I own already, that I've owned for like 15 years and that I've noticed for the first time. And probably because I was running a cafe and I was going back and forth from Philadelphia to New York and doing multiple things at one time, that I never really noticed this beautiful detail on something that I have owned for 15 years. So that's all I got to say today, because I'm getting ready to film for Saturday, Summer with the Masters and Alphonse Mucha. So I will see you, as always, in the next one. Create the world you want to live in. Bye.